Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome you to another episode of this program, Islam is Beautiful. A program that helps your deen and helps you appreciate yourself as a Muslim and as an individual. My name is Salma Adetitu Lawal. Thank you for joining us.
His door is open no matter who you
This program is sponsored in memory of Ajia Fauziya Kehinde Lola Ali. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant her al-Jannah Firdaus. Ameen.
Open your heart to something greater.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Today on the program, we shall be discussing a topic that is very all-encompassing and that's paramount on every Muslim out there, and it is Tarbiyya, Islamic morals. Islam is a modest religion, a religion that has rules, and if you want to be Muslim enough, you must obey these rules. And to do this chit-chatting with me, I have Sister Rama Adirioye.
Assalamualaikum.
I have Sister Mistura.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And I have Sister Ikma.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Mashallah. You're welcome, my sisters. Now, when we talk of being Muslim, we must fulfill two conditions. You must have a sound creed, and you must follow the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that is where Tarbiyya comes into play. Sister Mistura, if you say Tarbiyya, what are we talking about?
Literally, Tarbiyya means growth, increase, like education, loftiness. It just has to do with a self-developmental process that is based on Islamic principles.
Okay.
So that growth, you do it according to within the confines of what Islam dictates.
Okay. Stigma.
Yes, she has said it is the self-development, self-purification. It also deals with having passion for truth, fairness, justice, righteousness, love for your fellow neighbor. Everything that has to do with good morals is Tarbiyya. Everything that even you, when you do it as an individual, you're happy to do it. You know that you've done something good, and Allah will be pleased with you. So that's what Tarbiyya means in the whole sense of it.
In the whole
As I
sense of it.
understand it.
Mashallah. Striving to
Being
grow
a
and know
person
more
to-
about
yeah,
the deen.
by the
Sister
deen.
Rama.
I'll look at it from like the moral perspective. I think it has to do with ethics, basically, which is affects your day-to-day activities with yourself, your fellow Muslims, with non-Muslims, and pretty much everybody. Yeah.
Okay, mashallah. Now, if we talk about Tarbiyya as growth, development, and generally adding value, what do you think that in this present world, how easy is it for us to practice this etiquette you've talked about, the growth, the personal growth, and all of the value-adding things that you have just mentioned in this present world that we're in as a Muslim? Mr. Rama.
Yeah, I think first of all we have to know what it entails. What does Islam, request of us? Like, what are the things that we have to do as far as hers is concerned, her immediate family is concerned? Like, what are the rights that they have over us? And then taking into the larger community, basically, with Muslims, not Muslims, and we just have to first of all have the knowledge of these things, then try and implement them, in our day-to-day activities, because really it affects every single aspect of our life, like every day from sunrise to sunset.
Okay, that means if you do not know, you won't know how to go about it.
So I would like to say that as Muslims, whatever we do should form a form of remembrance of Allah.
Okay.
And when you actually practice the etiquette, you're actually remembering Allah. Because you kind of know that the reason why I'm making my neighbor comfortable around me, the reason why I'm saying salam alaikum, the reason why I'm giving charity is because of Allah. Allah says in the Quran that Allah bizikrillah tatma'inul qulub. That is where the hearts find rest. When you remember Allah all the time, you seek His guidance, you seek His blessings, then you want to worship Him. Then you remember the ethics. And mind you, most of these ethics that Allah tells us to do, like saying your askar before you enter the toilet, saying bismillah before you eat, they're all for your own good.
Okay.
So actually carrying out Tarbiyya, that process of continuous learning and growing, you're not only worshipping Allah, you're remembering Him all the time, and you're actually doing good for yourself.
Mashallah. Now, in knowing all of this, because there are Muslims out there now who feel that these things are cumbersome and they won't be able to just instill them. How should a Muslim internalize all of this thing from the beginning?
And I'll just say, go at your pace. Don't
Okay.
go at somebody else's pace, and take it one at a time. For example, if you're not used to saying Bismillah before you eat, if that's one thing you want to do it and do it well. When you think you're comfortable with that, move to the next one. Don't try to do too many things, at the same time.
No.
So whatever works for you, you have to figure out, okay, this is the kind of person that I think I am. This is what I know works for me. Plan your, things, your practices towards that, and then go from there, and just take it one step at a time.
So also add to that, I think it all boils down to knowing your faith. Once you know your faith, you know your God. Know why you are serving Him. Know that you're serving Him and you're doing it just for Him and Him alone. See all these things as let me say, maybe a routine. See it as something you need to do, that you just want to do and you enjoy doing it. Okay. Not because you're being ordered to or you're being forced to. Okay. So by then you start to, from like she said, to go at your own pace. So from one step, you take the other. From when you wake up, saying your from to saying the Fajr. From there, when you want to, like she said, when you want to eat, sometimes if I forgot to say the Bismillah, while eating you might remember, say it. From there, learn to enjoy it.
Tarbiyya is supposed to be education. You're educating that person. You're not just commanding that person to do something. Of course, the child at 2-3 can't read anything, can't even read the Quran or something. But when you teach the child, okay, we should learn to do this, we should learn to do this, that is when you're actually carrying out that growth that we're talking about. But when you impose things on the child, you're not teaching.
And because children are very inquisitive, when they ask questions,
you
shut them down.
Parents do that most of the time. Instead of telling the child that this is what Allah has enjoined, and if you do it, these are the advantages, this is what you're going to get. No, they tend to I want you to do it, and that is how it's supposed to be, which is not so. In fact, children of today can't be treated that way. You won't even get anything out of it.
They will just obey.
Yeah, they'll just obey. And when you're not there, they do what they want to do. Yeah, they just do it for your sake. Not that they have to do it for Allah's sake, not for your sake. Not because I'm your mother and I'm wearing the hijab, you have to wear it. No, let the child know the reason why she has to wear the hijab, and let her know the advantages and disadvantages of not wearing it, and use the Quran and the Sunnah as your guide.
Most importantly, also, but we tell people to do something good. Let's make sure we are not guilty of the same thing we're asking people to do. Yes. Well, a mother says, "Oh, I want my daughter to wear hijab." It still happened to me yesterday. So I was saying "Oh, I wish my daughter could be using the hijab." But then, you don't have anything on your head, right? You want something for your child, but you don't think it's important enough for you to have it.
Obviously, she's just saying it maybe because it looks good on you
or something, that kind of thing. So we should make sure. Go and pray, but you as a mother have not prayed. You've not said yourself to that kind of thing. Exactly. So we have to make sure we live by example. That's another thing, basically. And they say, "Oh, mommy does this. It must be good. It must be the right thing, or it must be that kind of thing." So let me do it. I mean, those kind of things comes along the way, and that's just what I think.
And the word should be let's go and pray, not go and pray. Let's go and pray. And if you're a woman, maybe you're in your period or something, and the child might not understand, that is why we have to start teaching these children these things right from the childhood. Okay, baby, this is it. This is how it's
the time.
This is the time when a woman will soon get to that stage. Know that me sitting here and asking you to go and pray is not that I don't want to pray because I'm enjoying what I'm doing on my phone.
My daughter will tell you that I'm off salat too. So that's a part that I think they should imbibe the culture. Yeah, really. What do you think you can do when we have talked about the children? Well, may Allah make it easy for us. But for somebody who is an adult already, who has a mindset, how can you help the person out? For instance, I just heard about a sister who was a Kimar sister. She wears a Kimar. But they showed me a picture. She now wears Brazilian hair. And I'm wondering what could have led to it because Kimar is not just a hijab that you just pick up. It's something that you grow to do. Now, if you have grown to that stage, what could make you come down so badly that you now remove it totally?
One of the fundamental things that Tarbiyya does is purification. In life, we forget. Sometimes our iman decreases. Sometimes we are so occupied by the things on the what we have to do in the world that we just kind of forget. Then you decrease. Then there's need for tazkiyah. Tazkiyah is purification. Just like zakah will purify our wealth. Tarbiyah helps you to purify your iman. It helps you to grow. It builds you. Allah said, "Qad aflaha man zakkaha." Successful is he who purifies his whole self. And when you kind of seek for knowledge, you acquire the things you need. You're kind of purifying yourself. What we do before we come on this set is part of Tarbiyya. Because when Sister Salma sends a topic, we go to read. We are not scholars, but we go to find out, we go to read. And as I was reading yesterday, I was telling myself, I said, yes, I'm actually purifying myself because I'm learning things that are actually applicable
You may not have
to
gone
me.
to do
And I'm
if you were not coming here.
So for that kind of sister, what she needs to do is to sit down and look at the aspect that she's lacking in and read, study, go to scholars, ask them questions. This so has happened to me. I want to change. In that
That's
process,
if she knows that something bad has happened.
if somebody calls, that is why I'm saying that. Being in a group is Tarbiyya.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like your support system, basically.
Yeah.
The people you surround yourself with,
Yes.
right? And that's both ways. For the person that is coming in, like, okay, well, these people are doing this, we remind ourselves, we
yes.
constantly remind ourselves. And then on the other side, the person that is being trying to do the reminding, and that's why I like this. It says, don't tell people, the emotion.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, you don't be,
So-
you're not doing this, show
Yeah.
them that, this is something that's
Because
probably-
during the time of the Prophet, there was never a time that he would force anybody to do anything.
do anything.
People practice Islam because of what they saw him do.
Yeah.
Right.
How many of us will take it that you will come and defecate in the mosque, and then I will keep cleaning it, and on the day that you do not do it, I will still come and see that you're not feeling fine. Who can have that sabr? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us.
And it brings us to we knowing that we shouldn't condemn. When you see a sister like that, it's only Allah's rahmah. If you are still in Islam and you still have the will to continue doing it, it is Allah's rahmah. When you see someone derailing, don't condemn. You rather bring that person back with love and pray. Assist the person in prayers. Allah said it himself. There are some people he would not show the way. So we should even be thankful that we're in Islam and we find it easy to do and to continue doing it. So when you see someone derailing, don't condemn. Don't say, no. You bring that person back with love. You can go there, admonish the person, talk to the person, little by little, not impose.
Okay.
Then most importantly, pray for the person.
And it just came to my mind because your sister challenged me with it. Said, yes, you have said that it is good to use the hijab. Obviously, she didn't understand why. She said, but the hadith says that Allah will not judge you by your looks and appearances. He will go into your heart and judge your deeds. Meaning that I can be good. All I do a lot of sadaqah. I do this, but I don't have to do the hijab. Now, if we are talking about tarbiyah, that may seem contradictory to some people who do not know. Because if it is that Allah will go into my house and judge my deeds, then it's about me. It's not about people seeing most of the things that I do. And most of the things that Allah has asked us to do is for our own good, really.
Right, yes.
Do you understand? Now, for that kind of person who has that mindset, what can we say to him to let him know that the word of Allah is not to be read like a novel? You understand? Because
Islam is actually multidimensional. You can't look at Islam from one perspective and say, since I'm looking at it from here and that's it. If Allah says you should wear the hijab, what that sister should do is to try and find out why. Allah has said there are verses in the Quran, there are hadiths that promotes wearing the hijab. Go and read and study and see the benefits behind it. Even that hijab that said Allah will only judge your intention, she should go and read and ask scholars, those who are learned. You shouldn't just take a hadith and just interpret it based on your own
or literally.
yes, just as that. Go and ask those who are learned. I saw this hadith and it's contradicting what I believe. They will
Explain to
shed
you.
light to you. They'll explain to you what it means. But instead of it, you just read a hijab. I feel it's just an excuse not to do what you're supposed to
Sister
do.
Rama mentioned something before we started this discussion about tying your camel and all of that. We were talking about something.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people misinterpret that too.
So the way I say things, sorry, she just said, I feel like we all have struggles, right?
Yes.
And there are different ways, we all have different level of, iman and understanding and everything, right? So for me, for someone that, is probably saying, oh, well, I don't want to, but for whatever, I don't want to wear hijab, I say that that's one struggle, right? Yeah. That might not be my own struggle.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I might be wearing a hijab, but I might have another struggle. And if I'm working towards it, it's probably not necessarily because I'm trying to give excuses, just because I'm struggling with that, maybe with time, and besides, it all comes down to Allah's guidance, really. Mm-hmm. We make efforts, and that's where the whole, tying your camel comes, because we're not going to sit down and do nothing and let's say, oh, well, Allah, I want this, Allah, I want that, and then not do anything. We have to make effort. We have to do our own due diligence.
I think the basic thing is, as Muslims, is don't be judgmental.
Okay.
if you actually understand Islam, then you won't be judgmental. You won't judge that person because we've seen so many people that say, you might be able to fast. You might be able to fast, but you don't know what that person does in the midnight.
Exactly.
You don't know, maybe he sits on the night when you're snoring, he's praying to Allah all the time. So we all have ways of worshiping Allah. Don't be judgmental. You could guide, you could help, you could assist, you could answer questions. Yes, you could admonish, but don't judge that person.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. Because we can't do all of this on this chit chat segment, we are going to recommend to you this beautiful Islamic literature for a better understanding of the topic of discuss. Don't forget, we say it every time. Seeking knowledge involves reading books, doing a lot of findings, asking questions. So that is why we are giving you this book on our read a book segment. Bismillah.
On this episode, we will be recommending to you this beautiful 264-page book titled The Pillars of Islam and Iman, written by Sheikh Muhammad bin Jamal Zeno. The book distinguishes the difference between the pillars of Islam and the articles of faith. It explains the meaning of every pillar chronologically, emphasizes the benefit of every word in the articles of faith, and what every Muslim must know about the religion of Islam. It is so deep and easy to understand because of the simple style and authentic sources that the author used. Take this book today and give your mind some value-adding duty. Remember, readers are leaders.
So far from you, yet to me you were always so close. I wandered lost in the dark. I closed my eyes to all the signs you put in my way. I walked every day further and further away from you. Ooh, Allah, you brought me home. I thank you with every breath I take. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. All praises to Allah, all praises to Allah. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. All praises to Allah, all praises to Allah. I never thought about all the things you have given to me. I never thanked you once. I was too proud to see the truth and prostrate to you until I took the first step, and that's when you opened the doors for me. Now, Allah, I realize what I was missing by being far from you. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. All praises to Allah, all praises to Allah. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. All praises to Allah, all praises to Allah. Allah, I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you for all the things that you've done. You've done for me through all my years I've been lost. You guided me from all the ways that were wrong. Indeed, you gave me hope. Oh, Allah, I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you for all the things that you've done. You've done for me through all my years I've been lost. You guided me from all the ways that were wrong. I wanna thank you for bringing me home. And Alhamdulillah.
His door is open no matter who you
This
are.
program is sponsored
Just take
in
the
memory
first
of
step,
Ajia
you'll see
Fauziya
it's not so
Kehinde
far.
Lola Ali. May
Down
Allah
this
subhanahu wa
road that
ta'ala
goes
grant her
all the
al-Jannah Firdaus.
answers.
Ameen.
Open your heart to something greater.
Mashallah, this is our question for the week. This is the facts that we think you should have for this week. Mashallah, my sisters, in one word, can we just let the Muslima out there, the young mother, because really people call me, and sometimes what I sense from the voice of some people, they think because we are seated here with colorful hijabs, we don't have challenges, we know everything. You mentioned something that you had to go and do a research to be on this set. So now, today is Tarbiyya we're doing, and it is all encompassing, meaning that everything that Islam preaches, we must do it well. Give our viewers out there one word to make them know that we are not superhuman. We have our challenges. We may look radiant, but we have our challenges. And in Islam, the beauty is about striving, jihad.
Yeah.
The jihad that people do not know is the jihad. What jihad is striving to know more, to do more, to act better, and to work towards Jannah. So in one word, I want you to give the viewer out there one word that will help them.
Well, all I'll just say is that no matter the struggle that anyone is going through, just know that you're not alone, and every single person is probably going through one challenges or the other. So in whatever it is, keep your head up. Put your trust in your faith and your hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and know for sure that He's there to help you anytime.
Mashallah, mashallah, and that's the truth.
Yes. I'd like to say, just know that nobody knows it all. Everybody's learning. We are learning every day. So you might be good in one aspect, someone else is good in another aspect. So don't have high expectations that because you don't know something, you write yourself off. No. Allah will not judge us based on things that we don't know, but we should strive to know and do more every day.
May Allah make it easy for us. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'll pick up from where she stopped. We should strive to know, because basically everything Allah has enjoined us to do is for our own good. Anytime you obey the commandments of Allah, you are actually doing yourself a good. Whether you obey or you don't, it won't affect him. It doesn't affect him. It's for your own good. Knowing all these basic Islamic morals, the Tarbiyya, and imbibing them, instilling them, using them, will actually make you a better person. You live life better, enjoy it more. When you start doing it, you understand what I'm trying to say.
And you appreciate yourself more.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you
And
would
you
have
appreciate
achieved
your religion more.
achieved the goal of this program, which is to add value.
Exactly.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. Ameen. I thank you for watching, and I pray that all that we have said, Allah will make it easy for you to imbibe. Don't forget our slogan on this program. Don't tell people that you are a Muslim. Let them see. Show them that you are a Muslim. From my sisters and I here, we say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
His door is open no matter who you
This
are.
program is sponsored
Just take
in
the
memory
first
of
step,
Ajia
you'll see it's
Fauziya
not so
Kehinde
far.
Lola Ali. May
Down
Allah
this
subhanahu wa
road that
ta'ala
holds
grant
all
her
the
al-Jannah Firdaus.
answers.
Ameen.
Open your heart to something greater.